Hey, Shalom. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to you. How about Shemi Shai? Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push and truth throughout the four winds. All right. Just going into basically the time is approaching with all this war talk that brothers really need to be in the mind frame of that saying that farewell. You know, because let's be honest, everybody and everybody's family isn't going to make it. Okay, it's family members that's going to be put in situations to where they're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? And you have to be in the mind frame of saying that final goodbye. That's why the way you maneuver with family has to be, you're very, very careful. You have to be very careful. Okay? This is Luke 14:26. It says, if any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yea, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. So this right here is teaching us, and it's shaping and sculpting us to learn that we have to basically be in a mind frame of nothing supersedes or come before the truth and Yahweh Shemi Shai. Otherwise, you'll see these situations and people will be weak. Okay? People will be weak. And not only will they be weak, they'll fold due to that possible love for their family. Okay? But he's telling you, hey bro, you have to really, really put me first. And that's ultimately faith, because we see our family. We're there when our kids were born. You know what I'm saying? We married our wives or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You marry your wife and it's just, it's a certain feeling that you get caught up into in this situation. Okay? So we have to detangle ourselves from these feelings and cut it off it has to be known that the Lord may test me with my family, with my children. Okay? And by me being tested with my children, am I going to pass the test if they have to be put to death? Okay? And this is what I'm speaking on when I'm saying that we need to basically be in that saying farewell mentality. Because you may have to tell some of your family members, good riddance. Matthew 12:47 through 50. It says, then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him, and told him, who is my mother? And who is my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren, for whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same as my brother and my sister and my mother. So these are the people that we should really be willing to go to bat and die for. The ones that's doing the will of Yahweh Shemi Shai. Because we can have an earthly brother that we love dearly, and that nigga can be wicked as hell. And we got to know that our love is not just going to come for vanity. We shouldn't be loving vanity, bro. Some family members are vain. Okay, they were born in vain. They're part of that 2/3 club. But we have to be in that mind frame of understanding, like, bro, this is going to be it. Okay? This is Job, and this is an example. This is a perfect example. Job 1:18, it says, while he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house, and behold, there came a great wind in the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshiped. Through all of that, he worshiped because he knew. He understood that this is the Lord's doings. He understood that I saw him the last time. That was my last time seeing him. He understood that final farewell. Okay? And that farewell was, hey, it is what it is, bro. So the mind frame that we need to understand we're going to have to be in is a farewell. You know? It may be a point in time where you have to cut that tie in that day. And that tie is cut. It's like, sorry, that's a wrap, bro. You know? So it says, and said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. And the Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Beautiful. That's what you have to understand. Okay? You have to understand these are the Lord's. Everything is set up by the Lord, and everything is set up for the Lord. Okay? So we have to understand that the time comes to where we're going to be men of the Lord, and we're going to basically probably have to say farewell to someone that we've known and we have memories and ties to, and it's going to be a final good riddance. Our mind frame should not be weak when doing these things, because we understand this is part of the plan. Okay? Hope this was edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Double honor to the apostle, knows great millstone. Peace and blessing to you. I can push this truth throughout the four winds. Shalom.